Hey, bro. Yeah, I can see you. Oh, we have viewers, man. Hey, hello, chat. Uh, if you close this, then the stream would have ended, right? Oh, okay. You are streaming from OBS. Yeah, got it. Cool. Okay, let me open on my mobile. Audio. Opening on YouTube. Can you say something? Can you say something? Okay. Yeah. Uh, my voice is clear on the stream, but your voice is not clear. Can you say something? Okay. Yeah. Uh, I think you can just unmute your mic. Desktop audio, let's not unmute it. Desktop audio is when you play some YouTube video and all that. Okay, anything is fine. Should I open my stream once? Sorry, should I open the stream once and do what
Uh,
stream?
Hi. So, yeah, we'll confirm that. Yeah, I'll share this to someone else as well. Just give me a minute. Or we can start the stream again if you want. Fresh.
Ah,
What you say?
yeah, it is working. Or we can start the stream again. It is working. It is working. It is perfect. Your screen is
Yeah.
visible.
Sorry about that, guys. So it's it's our first stream. So
No one is watching. Who are you saying?
the future audience. Okay. See, I know that there are no audience right now, but someone might be watching this. After later sometime, and then you know what. So I'm saying sorry to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave that. So, yeah. So as I mentioned in the title, so today we are going to start. I know we are going to create. Sorry, multi-step form in React JS. So we'll do validations as well. And then we are planning on actually having better UX for this, and then UI as well. So let's see where it goes.
Okay.
All
First,
right. So and yeah, sorry I forgot this. And we are having the most famous person, and then the most valuable person right now.
thanks for the nice intro, Harish.
Yeah, so it's AC Sreedhar.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you can simply assume that you don't know this guy, but trust my words and trust me. Uh, if you are actually watching this video, then you are witnessing uh, great guy as a collaborator. Thanks, Sridhar, for joining. Uh, so let's don't get
It's my pleasure, Mr.
yeah,
Harish. Anything for you because I admire you.
sure.
Is it fine? Like you say some good words about me, I'll say some good words about you.
Yeah, and I'm not sharing any monetization I'll get on this video. Okay.
Oh, isn't it? Why aren't? Oh, you mean you are not sharing how much you get from this video on YouTube?
Yeah.
That's what, right?
No,
Oh,
I'm saying I won't be sharing the amount if I get some amount on YouTube.
yeah,
I won't be sharing
yeah.
that with you. It's just
Why?
only
I
appreciations you'll get. Only
oh,
appreciations you'll get. Yeah.
oh, you are talking to me. Okay, I thought you were talking to some viewers, saying that
All
you will
right.
not be.
Yeah. Let's don't delay, man. Let's start.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So what the first thing would be npx create.
Not create React app. Sorry, let's use white, which is
So
which will.
npx white.
I
See,
not know
then we
the.
have to give context about white to our users. So let's actually do that. White. What is it? White React, right?
Yeah, white React.
So announce there is White. Today we are excited to announce the official release. Okay, what is White? A dev server that provides rich feature enhancements over native ES modules. For example, extremely fast hot module replacement. I don't know what this is. So what is White in React? So it
So
what
I'll say,
why it
basically,
is so before that why it saying White in React? So is it inside React or like what?
no, white is a tool which has many templates for React. For I'm not sure for Angular, but it has many templates. It's not just for React, but the tooling is called white, where internally it uses something called ES build to to compile our JavaScript
Okay,
and bundle our. You
I'll
can read
pretend
out.
I understand what you said and then let's so yeah.
Started.
Getting started White.
So basically, we should bundle our JavaScript, right? Whenever we want to use, whenever we want to use JavaScript on the web, we write
Mm-hmm.
it in multiple files, and finally we create the bundle, and we send it to the browser, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Webpack used to be in this space where it used to take some multiple files and create a bundle and give the bundle output. White is a new guy, and it internally uses something called ES build, which is written in Go. So, and also it is very fast, magnitudes like it is 10 times faster than Webpack in bundling.
Okay.
So also White, right? Basically, we generate these builds and we give it to the browsers, but browsers started supporting native ES modules, basically native modules, and White uses that feature of the browser during development mode or
Okay.
during.
Okay. See, I can understand there are some improvements over conventional Webpack usage. I can understand, but I'm not seeing npx here. So do I have to install this in my system?
Can you search for React in this entire file?
I
Okay,
don't.
yeah.
No.
Let's go back. Let's go back. Sorry, sorry. This will open stack. This. Let's not do it. Let's go. Let's close this.
Okay.
Go to the previous occurrence of React. You search for it. You went. Yeah. Let's go to the previous. Okay. We need to use this. Are you using npm or yarn?
Uh, I do have both.
Okay. You can copy that command. Yarn create white.
White.
Yeah. Instead of my view app, call my React app, and template is React. Do you want to use React with TypeScript or just JS?
Just JS. I don't want to confuse our audience. Okay.
Oh, yes, always. First,
Man,
get the thing. Oh, you are creating Vue app, man. You created Vue app.
sure. See. This is what happens. Okay, when we copy something, it will automatically execute. Sometimes.
Yeah,
Same thing happened. If anyone can relate, you can relate. Yeah, and create white. What we call multi-step form, right? So multi-step form and template should be
React.
React. It's faster, man. Seriously. Code
Yeah.
multi-step form. So by the way, I'm using VS Code. So uh, I think
VS
I don't want to say that use whatever code that you whatever editor that you prefer or something, but just get a like just start using
Get
VS Code. That's it. Yeah. So yeah, where are we? Yeah, we got some files ready for us. That's good. So can I just start it now? Like uh,
You need to install node modules.
can I have to do an install? Is it? Okay, that's
Yeah,
why it
yeah.
is faster. No, whenever I usually do create React app, it will actually do the node installation for me, right?
Yes. Also, when compared to Create React app, the node modules required in this, like if you go to packages and there are not much uh,
Okay, guys, if anyone want to know what
React
all
and React.
dependencies that it is adding, it's adding React and React DOM as dependency. That's it. I'm not sure what npm create React app will actually add because I never bothered about checking package.json when I run the command. But for white, these are the two dependencies that is going to add, and then there are these dev dependencies.
Why did it add types React? Because we did not use Java TypeScript. Okay, anyway, it's fine.
Okay, if I didn't mention types, then it won't even actually add those two as well. So yeah, it's pretty less, man.
No, you use React, no? You did not use React TS.
React, yes, I didn't use. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
not sure why.
fine. Yeah,
It's
white.
fine.
Please correct this. Okay. Yeah, and install. Yeah, and install, right?
Just Yan.
Just and not install. See, we
Yeah.
are simplifying everything for you.
Yeah. Yan
Sorry.
install is also there, but
Yeah,
guys remember just Yan.
just and.
Yeah.
I think that is the most common used command, so that's why they have like made it
Yeah.
as like default. Is it?
Why install like
Yeah,
default
exactly.
install packages.
See,
So
this is
default
what like so when you are building something, you will customize a lot and then you proper a lot of structure. And then when you
yeah.
start using, then you will see the pattern. Like you will see what I commonly use in that application. And then we want to make it as default basically. That's where
Hmm.
everything leads. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, let's not get into that. So okay. So now everything is ready. And then is there any scripts? Yeah, there is script npm run dev. So I'll run that.
Yarn dev.
So if anyone is wondering what the scripts are, so basically package.json will have a scripts property, and then it will actually accept say an object. It's an object, and then it will actually have. You can actually give a name to a command basically. So you can, if you are having a complex command that you want to run, instead of actually typing and running it every time, you can actually give a simple string or name to that, and then start executing it, and then you can actually reuse that. So let's not get into that because that is too complex, and then people never knows how to do that. So no, but day to day our work, we don't never actually come and edit scripts here. So yeah, we'll just run npm run dev. Correct, right?
We should yarn dev, man. We started with yarn. Let's use yarn.
Yep, and dev. So if I have to give dev, if I don't give dev again, it will do install. So and dev, nothing optimized here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your server is.
see, and then I started liking this white, man. It's not printing a lot here. It's just giving the look. See, that is the thing, man. Like whenever I run, no, I'll only interested about this URL. That's it.
That's
That
it.
is what white is good.
And more than that, the like it started in seconds, not even second,
Yep,
milliseconds.
yep.
Whereas
That
with
is also
React,
true. That is also true. So we'll actually do a comparison video, and then we can actually do create React app and then white, and then we can see how things are getting started there.
yeah.
All right. So yeah, count is the typical example that you use. I hope they will actually have better examples in future. But yeah, count can do fine.
Is it just for React or even Angular also uses count as an example?
Angular will do this apple spinning. If I'm not sure whether it is Angular JS or
You remember? Yeah, we did that in
yeah,
college and I was frustrated. Like,
it's
what are
just
we doing? And there is some superheroes. What?
yeah. Download is it? Where is doc?
We are searching for Angular JS. We want Angular.
No, Angular JS only do that, right?
The
So,
spinning apple. Oh, so I use
spinning app.
AngularJS.
Maybe I think
Modern
they
web dev.
they at least they have followed something from AngularJS, and then I thought they kept the Apple spinning
I don't
thing.
think,
These guys are not, you know, proud
and they
about their
use material.
past. They should be proud about their past, and then they should keep that Apple in any version that says
Yeah.
even if you make mistakes, you will actually own them. See what ending support means. Read the end of line. Visit. So anyway, it's not. Yeah. So white is there. Count is 0. Count is 1 now. Yeah. When I click it, so this is actually making me recall when you first started learning about JavaScript. No, this is what you
Hmm.
do first thing, like on clicking, changing some color or changing bulb color, or
Yeah.
increasing count. No, not increasing count, but I think on click you'll. I think the first thing you change would be name of a element or something. Anyway, yeah. So let's remove all this. So these are the pattern.
Oh,
Okay, first you create the app, and then you do the and then you start the server, and then after seeing the first render, then you will go and remove it. You don't actually remove after you create the project. You will actually launch first, and then you will see it, see this screen, then you will go and remove. I think everyone do the same. Yes.
yes.
Right? Yeah. Index
Yeah,
dot
yeah,
html.
everyone does the same. Otherwise, we do not know whether
Yep.
we made a mistake or the creator itself is a mistake.
Yep. So now I have to create app.js. Where is app.jsx? Here. Uh, yep. So
Remove everything and have a normal app function.
export default anyway I use. So function app also I'll use. So yeah, better. But for the sake of this, I'll type everything. So function app and export default. Sridhar, you want to say anything about this export default thing? Like why we are doing this?
Uh, yeah, basically each file can expose certain functions out of it. And by export default, what we mean is when someone in the other file wants to use this function, they can just do import A from app.jsx. That's it.
Okay, if instead of importing everything, okay, they can select what they want to import. Is it?
If you like, if you want to select what you want to import, then we need to use named export. But with
I'm using named export only, default and then app is name, right?
no named export is where like in the other module, if we do import and then we open this curly braces and write the name in it.
Huh,
And
so if I want that type of
yeah,
functionality, how can I export this app? Like basically,
I think there are many syntax, but I don't want to remember all. So I think what I'll do is export and remove the default and just open a curly braces and write app in
okay,
it. This
sure,
is a syntax which I follow, but there are many. But learn at least just one and use it. Don't
yeah,
worry about that syntax.
yep. So yeah, this if you are exporting app and then something else here, app two, then while you are importing, you can actually choose. Now you don't.
Yeah.
So I don't.
And when you say export and import, it's just nothing but like since we have used this term many times, we know what it means. But if someone is new watching this video, then exporting is nothing but Harish, you explain man, what is exporting?
Export, it's English word, man. Export is something you are exporting something from this file. Basically, that's what.
Yeah, importing is nothing but just
Man, see,
trying to use.
don't do all this, okay? If someone is capable of opening a YouTube and then typing React JS and then understanding multi-step form and then watching this video, that means they knows what import and exports are.
I
At
never
least,
knew, man. When I heard it, to be frank, I was first time when someone said to me a utils file. I was like, dude, what do you mean by utils file? I never
yeah, the
heard it.
word
And
utils is actually something like it doesn't make sense. Yeah,
so I
unless
thought like export and
yeah.
import, even export and import, I also had the same feeling.
See,
Uh,
export and import is actually good, compared to require and use or something. Use is also okay, but import and export is actually making sense. So in C, what
okay.
we do include also. So include is also actually, but include is basically like it's what like include this. I think everything is fine only except that require thing. Require is something uh, we never understand what require means. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, we are wasting a lot of time. Sorry about that. Yeah. So what I'll do, I have to function app and then I have to return
So
multi-step form. And then
yeah,
leave.
first let's have a goal. Our goal is not to have a good UI, but a functional form. Okay.
No, no, our goal is both.
No, first thing would be to have a functional form, and
So
then add UI, add CSS, because I do not know much about CSS. Like, I'm also not interested much. Like when given a choice between functionality and UI, like these colors and all that, I
all
like
right.
functional.
Yeah. So yeah, multi-step form. So now I've exported this and then in main.jsx I have imported app already, so I don't have to do that syntax.
Yeah,
So that's it. You don't have to do any React, is it? Like import React and
not
all.
required. With React 18, not required. I think you asked it once. Why should we import React?
I don't know why it went actually in. This is what I don't like. Okay, if
You
I
are importing some CSS. Go to index.html. Is there any CSS added here? No. Okay. Go to your main.jsx. Remove that index.jsx.
but what they're trying to do here, I don't know. Margin zero, min width, min height. I don't know why they are doing this. They should
Remove.
for their application they did this, I guess, and then that's what
You
I
can
don't like. Yeah,
no man. They're giving an example of how you can use CSS.
yeah. Multi-step form is here now. We are done, I think. multi-step, multi-step form.
Thanks for
Anyway,
joining us.
that's fine, man. We don't do all that. Okay, all that cringe stuff.
Cringe stuff. Yes.
Yeah, putting a name and then saying we are done. I guess that is a lot of cringe. Yeah,
I don't think it's a lot of cringe, but it's a old joke. I
yeah.
mean,
It's a old joke, most of. Yeah, and then now it's actually falling into that cringe thing. It's moving slightly to that cringe. Uh, So yeah, now so we'll be not using app, but we'll create the form or what. So how we let's structure our application. Okay, so let's see how
what
you
do you
know
want basically? Did you explain users what you are
exactly.
trying
So
to
yeah, sorry about that, users. So thanks, AC, for reminding me that. So basically, our requirement is we are creating a multi-step form. So if anyone doesn't know what multi-step form is, basically, when company is paying you a lot, and then if you are creating just simple forms, they'll actually ask you to just to make your life more miserable, and then just to convey to the clients that
something is
we
being done?
are we are a show off people are like and then clients sometimes they want to actually convey or they want to say they want to show off that they know also how you and all these things will come in picture basically, otherwise no one bother about multi-step form or something. Yeah, that is
What
there, I
is
mean.
elapsed time on your VS Code right side?
So basically, I have it's an extension I have installed, and it will actually tells me how much time I'm spending on this particular window. Uh,
Window,
yeah.
file,
While
not
not
files.
there is nothing, but if you open it, also it will start counting. So it's just
Okay,
like how much time I'm spending on this session basically.
got it.
Yeah, that so yeah. Uh, so multi-step form, I think you understand, right? So see, apart from the jokes, like there is there is a good amount of uh, you know advantages by using multi-step form. You can actually segregate the form logic into different components, and then if and then sometimes what happens uh, when you want to do something and then you open a page and then you see a lot of details you have to fill, and then you will get start feeling scared and then you never do that. In such cases also multi-step form will actually help you, will help the web, the company as well, to get users involved much. So yeah, having all these advantages, this multi-step form concept has been there for a while, and then yeah, today we are going to actually build similar kind of application. It's not an
Also,
application.
there is one more advantage of multi-step form. For example, if you want to make some payment, there
Mhm.
are two options. Whether we can select UPI and click on next, or we can select credit card and click on next. And once we click on next, based on the previous form data, the new form, like the second step of the form, comes out. So it's like that's
Yeah,
also nice for the
exactly.
users.
Yeah, instead of segregating the form into different sections, you can actually chain the form actions as well. So you can control the next steps, how the next steps can render. I think, but today in our use case, we are morely concentrating on segregating the form logic into uh, you know multiple steps basically. So that's the our agenda for today, and then so the
Why do you want to do this? Just to show the users, or why? Why do you want to do this?
why I want to do this. I think that's a big question that we'll discuss in some other video.
Or just to feel how React
No,
works
no,
with
no, no, not at 10 or 10 o'clock in Thursday nights. Okay, so there is
it.
some requirement, so I don't want to get into all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, yeah, man. So now we structure our application. Now we'll start designing our components. So, Caesar, can you actually like when you heard multi-step form, how you want to design the your application, how you want to you know create, or how you want to architecture your application, like so that it can be and a lot of people can actually work on it. It can be scalable. It can be what very well understand when someone looks at the code. So we you have to keep those in mind when you are actually designing the application as well. So yeah, can you start sharing? Can you think loud?
Yeah. So what sections do we have in this multi form?
So in
Like
this
what,
multi form, we'll be having personal details. Yeah, PRSONL personal details, and then second would be what can we keep. If anyone is watching, just comment what you want to have. Second,
we'll not read them now, but in the future we will.
will not read them, but yeah. So the second would be education details.
Okay.
So that is what the second most. Uh, that is what you do for 20 years in your life, right? So that is important. And then third would be, hey, education details is something that is an interesting concept. We are going to get into an interesting problem where education details can be more, and then how you can actually handle that in the multi-step form without changing the uh, you know width and height of the form. So that's actually an interesting task, I think, because the one thing that is common in multi-step form is each step page will actually have given certain height and width. So that's the common practice that they follow. Let's see.
But we don't follow common practices. We just test our things and we
Yeah.
burn
First we'll
with the,
achieve the functionality, and then let's see. We'll actually have at least little to better CSS also. Let's see.
yeah.
Professional details also. So
And after filling all this, the click some submit button.
yep. Um, so in this page you would be having next or continue. That also will decide on the go. Next or continue again here also. Here you can
What?
actually have previous also,
Okay.
and here you would be having previous.
And
And
only after first form you'll be able to go to second next, or is it like they can go in any order,
right
like
now it's chained. Later we can see, or right now it is like you can go to any page.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah, yeah. So let's see. So yeah, personal details, education details, professional details. So there would be three uh, sections, and then there would be submit, and then there would be next and previous, and these also will be there. So
Second
yep.
one, previous.
Sorry.
Second one, second form, education details will have a previous button.
Yeah, yeah. Of course. Previous.
You want to add some
Or we
field?
can actually have here basic details,
Yeah,
personal details again. This is all. This is where you waste a lot of time, man. When someone is developing it, these taking these calls is like more complex than creating application. What to name and then what to uh, you know have. Yeah, previous and then either it could be next or continue and then previous and submit. Yeah, if it is previous, then it means next only, right? Like previous follows with next, right? If you are
yeah,
keeping a previous thing, then you should have a next in the page. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Okay, this is the UI that we are trying to achieve. I mean, not UI, but like the things that are going to be in the UI. So, yep. Now let's start creating our components. I mean, it's been I think almost an half an hour, and then we never even started any writing any React code. I
see,
don't know whether
man,
you.
coding anyone can do, man. First, you need to plan what you do
Exactly,
because
exactly.
without that,
See, this is this in the entire video. This particular section is what I want to highlight. Anyone can code. Okay, first you have to. I mean, if you have time, okay. Again, if you have time, then you have to spend some time on planning things. If you don't have time, then I
what
totally
we want.
agree. If you write a shitty code, yeah. Okay, so now let's create a components folder, right? That is what next.
Do you want to create a components folder or do you want to add component in the app.js itself?
No, I want to create components folder, even if I'm going to have one component.
Good. Good.
Hmm. So what could be our first component name? Excuse me, man.
So basically, we can come in two ways. One is top-down approach and one is bottom-up. So I like is
So
top-down. Basically,
yep,
once we create the main
yeah,
component.
exactly. It's UI, right? So we should have top elements first so that we can actually have an idea of what is going to be inside of them or next to them. So yeah, before all that, I would just want to highlight a point. Let's say when you're clicking on submit, right?
Yeah.
Uh, any of those sections, if you didn't fill anything, or how you want to handle form validation, man, is what I'm interested in.
Submit will not be enabled, and when you hover over the disabled button, you should get a help say like tooltip saying that this field is like personal details is not valid or whatever. Why
Okay,
we are
so
not?
even next is also something like that. Unless you fill all the information, required information there, you can't actually move to the next page.
That's something tricky because like in the first one I can fill all the three forms correctly and then I can go back to second form and change the second form data to in like some not valid data.
Hmm.
In that case, next will be disabled, so I'll not be able to go to form 3, and if I want to see what contents are there in form 3, what should happen?
So then, when we are doing a submit final submit, if any of the sections, if you didn't fill something, shall we
Yeah,
highlight that step and then?
yeah, we can go to that form or we can do something else.
Okay, okay, okay. We'll get into that validation part later. Yeah. So what could be the component name?
Yeah, three forms, right? Primary section or whatever. What did you call it? Primary.
Can't we have a form component and then customize it with the fields? We'll
We
pass a
can,
configuration. So
but I feel no. Instead of passing configuration, if you build these atomic components called form header
mm-hmm.
and then compose them and create three different components called section component, education details component, and what are the third component. And internally, we will be using these atomic components, which will be reused among all the forms. Like, for example, form header, three components would be used that. Like instead of doing this via configuration method, passing a prop and saying that this is your header, this is the fields, and like instead of passing a JSON like that, I feel this is a better way. Like create three components, create some atomic component. By atomic, I mean like the base components like header, form header, or form row with label and this.
Yep. Oh, sure. No, form won't be having any headers. No, step will have an header basically in this case.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. It's your call. Let's do whatever you like.
Sure. And so, can we explore some ideas? Anyway, multi-step form
React.
images. Basically, how we see something like this. Basically, chick, chick, chick.
Yeah.
This tick marks is there, no?
Yeah. Got it.
I mean, if something or this one, two, three, and then if anything is actually having an error, we can highlight those particular sections.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I don't know. It's designing this is like little complex, right?
No, this can be done, but I'm not good with this styling. But functionality wise, this can be done.
Yeah, if we can achieve functionality, then we'll go with styling.
Because that circle will just have some
Okay.
tail.
So which design we'll finalize? So I am actually having something in mind like this. So you'll be having a main header because this is how it will be, and
Okay.
then you will be having sections, and then again next and previous buttons here.
Yeah.
And sections would be columns, like two columns of page. So basically something like this, or yeah, something like this. Two columns, first name, last name, something like that.
Okay.
This is also nice, no? You are one step away from a better business. Start my trial. All right. Okay. Yeah. So now let's start. Let's creating these atomic components. And what can we name? Form.
Do we want to create atomic or do we want to go from top down? Like, yeah,
I like the idea of atomic. Yeah. Let's get it done.
atomic. Okay. What do we want? We might want a next button,
Yep.
or we just call it a button for now. Yeah,
Okay.
I think let's call it a button,
Yeah. We'll call
uh,
it button.
which can take a prop called active.
So
Is active.
button.jsx is it?
Yeah.
So we'll
It
create
can,
one more folder saying components, but those are atomic components. What do you say?
yeah, it looks good.
So then we'll create a button dot.
Cap.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yes.
Yep. Now things function button
Yeah.
export default button. I think either we can create an extension or there should be an extension already present. When I open a file, it should actually have all this code ready for me. Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, now
Okay. And
this
what?
is a button, right?
Yeah. Now I have a question. Do we want to create two different components called active button in disabled button, or do we want to have a single component and accept a prop and render it based on the prop?
I think I want to have it in single button because later
Let's do.
sometime I want to actually change the state of a button and then I don't want to involve creating one more button or something. Yeah,
Got it.
yeah.
Let's accept the prop then. Uh,
Div is it or button tag we can give?
we
Better to
can give
wrap it in div because we can style it better
Arcan
later.
can also be styled.
button,
Yeah, and we want on click and title as in props.
title, yeah, props dot, and on click, right?
Yeah.
So in React, all the functions will actually do the camel case. Basically, first letter would be small, and then remaining all the words would be capital. So this is something I know you guys know, but since I know, I want to tell that props dot on click function, right?
Yes. We
Or
should
it's
not
just
call
yeah, it's just on click.
it. And we need to know whether it is disabled or not.
Yep. Instead of props dot all this, we can actually keep it as title, and then we spread the props. How about this? We can restructure the props, right?
Yes.
Will it be like this or
No, title, comma, on click. So props is an object, and whatever we pass,
disabled? By default, we can give false.
I
Okay.
think, yeah. Do you have Prettier installed?
Nope.
Let's install that.
This one.
First one, yeah.
Yeah. Let get installed. Meanwhile, so we have button now. Yeah. Okay. Well, after prettier, I'll structure this. So now we are done with our button atomic. Is it?
Yes. Prettier is installed. And format and save.
Hmm. Yep.
Okay, this is a button. And do you want to create the form row as an atomic component, or first let's create like the entire form for personal section, and then we know what components we can extract and reuse them.
Okay.
Uh,
Yep.
so let's go to app.jsx and start building stuff.
Okay.
So let's first structure state. What do you say?
Sorry. Structure what?
State.
Okay. Hmm. We'll be having uh what all we'll have. What states we'll have.
I feel let's have a single state which is an object of three fields called personal details, this, which are optional. Like initially, all of them would be undefined,
So
and
what
people
can we name?
just state or details.
This is something will come as props only. Like what could be there? State. Personal details and then education details. See, why we want to actually call it as personal details or something? We know this is going to be a step per form, right? So all we interested is in step one data, step two data, step three data, right? It can be personal, it can be educational, it can be anything.
But I feel having it typed as personal details will be more readable instead of steps, and
Okay,
will be
right,
easy.
yeah,
Like if we want to make this as a generic component, then we can think about it. But for this use
yeah.
case, I think it's better to have
Education details and
what was the last one you say?
professional. All right. Hmm.
And we want another state where which maintains which form is currently active.
Yeah,
Right?
current step page.
Yeah.
Why current step page? Why we can't say we can just call current page,
Uh,
right?
yeah. Initially, it would be personal details string.
We go with numbers or okay?
I feel
Us.
it's better to have personal details string. Describe with TypeScript, right? We can type this as a uh, variant of three strings, which is personal details, educational details, professional details. But
Is this fine? Can we name it like this?
yeah, we can either name. Yeah, this is fine. This is
Because
what we want.
I don't I want to distinguish from variables too. Yeah.
Cool. Uh,
Okay.
Now let's render the header first. This now, like which will appear on all the forms.
Class equals to, so this would be class name. That would be, this can be which class?
This is a container,
Container.
and we have the form header, and we have the steps, and we have the form content, and we have the buttons.
No, form header is not. We'll be having stepper header basically. That will have step one, step two,
In
step
the
three.
image you showed me, there is a form header, and
Ah,
then
okay.
there is form content, and then there are buttons.
Ah, yeah. So this would be class name, main header, or container header. So container header would be one, and then next we'll be having body. That's it, right?
Yeah. What do we call that? There is a line
No,
with three circles.
this can be class name, and this could be
Steps container or
step 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 section, steps
yeah,
section, steps container
and
only, or like step section. Yeah, it contains steps in details, right? Yeah. And then we
then we
will have form section.
form section.
Fine.
Yeah.
Or can we keep these sections inside one module, or like how we want?
I'm not sure. It's your call.
Okay.
Basically, I never care about this until there is some CSS requirement.
All right. Okay. So div class name container header. So here it could be a prop.
Why prop? we can hardcode it, right? Like it's a string, whatever it is.
So later I want this to customize. So yeah, we can have a string saying what is this personal details. This is all about.
Survey. This is a survey, not survey. This is admission, not admission. Why are we collecting this data?
Just nothing. We are not doing anything. There is no significance about this data right now. So just assume a scenario where we will be collecting personal information, education information, and professional information.
Maybe we
Or
can call it details.
details is something not making. It's just we should be calling uh, biodata.
Yep.
Or biodata is like close word, but is are there any? Let's Google now. So that's what like why. See, this is where the creativity part kills, and then biodata. Uh, what is that word? Synonyms. Resume, vita, bio, resume. Okay, life story. This is interesting name. No? Let's
Yeah.
call it life story. Let's call it life story. Later we'll change it to biodata, guys. Don't worry about that. Okay, now step section would be rendering steps.
It will have three for currently, I guess. Three views. Oh,
Yep, three divs.
and
These all belongs to step.
maybe this step can be a what atomic component.
Let's we'll make it as why it can be why it doesn't even have to have a component. Can be a
Okay. Basically, whenever whichever step is active, we want to change the color of that, right? Like we can do it here itself, but yeah, I don't think it's even there's no like
so see
basically.
we can create an atomic component where we'll be creating its copies of it, like different versions of it. But right now step is something, it can be just a simple component which will accept a title and then a number, and then it can actually have its state, like status or active or not.
And it has on click.
On click also, yeah, three things basically, three to four. But like there is no customizations, right? Variations are something to this type of application. Button is something I can agree. We can create different types of button, large button, small button, all that also can be configured in the single button, but that would actually make the button logic bigger.
Cool. Then let's first try this and let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
First one would be person. Maybe we can call it P. What do we call it? Yeah, 1 2 3. I guess.
So it would be having two information. One would be the name, and then the other one would be the number.
But how can you have an entire name in the
Something like this, man.
got it. Cool. Let's do this.
See, if we don't give names, no, the user doesn't know what the second page and third page would be consisting of. It again a use case again. Whether you want to show the information what the second step, third page would be containing. If I don't give a name and then I just give 1 2 3, and then in the page if I give the title, no, personal details, second page, user is like, okay, if I know they are going to collect my professional details, I would have not even entered something like that. Yeah.
Yes.
So this would be having two things. One would be uh, step number, step number, section, So basically, this is where we'll be having a round border and then number and all that. Uh,
Mhm.
Step number we can call it, and then we can actually round this. And then other one would be step name. So step name. So this can be a component basically,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
This can be
Then
just this
I feel
entire, all these
that's
divs also can be,
no, not all the steps.
we can know step.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I thought all the steps in a single component, but yeah, as you said, each step can be a component with the capital S.
Yep.
And they can accept the index, name, and
Index, okay, index.
active is active or something.
Index would be one if I want to send it as one. Like I can send it like this, right?
Yeah.
And then comma, right?
No space. It's
Space.
just like how we write HTML.
Yep. Name would be
Personal details.
personal details.
Or we can directly, you're right, personal details.
And
Name
then it will actually state
is active.
is active is true for first one.
No, it will be if current page equals to personal details. Like we
Yep.
should do that. Not even if just current page equals to. So this is a concept, right? We can have personal details.
As a string
Yeah.
constant.
No, we should use the one which you saved in line number 6. The string personal hyphen details should be used to compare the current page. Yeah. And on click. Do we want on click?
Yeah, will
Do you want user to click on that step and they want to go to that form, is it?
exactly. I'll setting the active click and then yeah. For on click, I have to pass the current page also, right?
No. Why are you adding it is in the object? Uh, you are adding it in at the wrong place. There's no comma needed, and you need to put it outside the curly braces. Yes, as a new prop. On click. So step should not know about what is that, and all that. It just receives an on click and it executes it whenever someone clicks on it. Now it's the duty of the user of this step to pass the correct function. So now the on click here would say something like set current page to personal details.
So we'll write a function, is it?
Yeah, we can either write a function or inline that, create an inline function in on click line number 12 itself, like an RF.
I'd be preferring to write a new function.
Okay. Yeah.
So what we call it? Const let. Which one? Const is fine, right?
Function. I'll use function, not even const or let.
Function. What is it?
I'm not sure.
Go to step.
Yeah.
Go to step page.
I think it's unnecessary abstraction. You know what? I feel just write an inline function with set current page, like inline function, yeah, like an arrow function. Yeah, set current page to personal details, and we don't require that curly braces as well, but it is fine. It works. Like I learned this uh, via a good talk where it says, don't unnecessarily first create abstractions. First, start writing it, and when you are done or whenever you write, only then you feel patterns. Only then abstract if they create some bugs. Otherwise,
Yes, yes.
let
Yeah, otherwise you end up actually creating abstractions only. You never get the actual work done. Like. So yeah, set current page personal details.
yeah,
That makes the personal page as active. And
yeah,
then so the form will be based on the current page, we'll be rendering the form. Is it or like
yeah,
what?
yeah. That's it.
Okay.
Nice, right? Like,
So now I'll just copy these.
yeah. So now, like this is one more thing which I try to do is basically we can pass these steps as an object prop to
Yeah.
a function,
Yep.
and
This
uh,
entire ugly thing, all
yeah.
this.
But I feel this is good because now you can customize. Like in the middle, if you want to render something, like you
Hmm.
can do it. Whereas like without and that's what let's do everything without unnecessary abstractions and only abstract whenever it is required.
Yep.
Okay. Now the second step would be whatever.
Thought control D, that would be education.
Hey, dude, you're a professional code editor.
But still I'm going three places now. Professional, professional details. Hmm. Done.
Okay, steps are done. Let's render form details.
Let's go to form section and then now
So basically, we want to render now form based
three
on the
forms, right?
select.
Yeah.
So that we can't do that here. So I think it's better to write a switch statement above line 8 and create a variable called form and just calculate what the form will be and then just render the form variable in line 17 above line 8.
Hmm.
Yeah. Let's call it let form equals to null,
Hmm.
and then we write you can either use switch or if else. Which one do you prefer?
Switch.
Yeah. And I think form we can't use. Maybe let's use some other name.
Current page.
Yeah. Switch current page. Three cases.
This is a like or how brackets is it? Syntax of switch is what?
I think yeah, curly braces case.
Default, right? First. Yeah. Case.
String personal details colon open the curly braces, and yeah, in there we'll do form equals to the component called personal details.
I can do like this.
Yeah, and close the tag. Yeah, similarly and break. You know what? I recently learned one thing. Basically, in the switch cases, right? If you do not write break,
Hmm.
it will go. It will start executing the other switch cases without comparing. That's what I learned. I never knew about.
That's why we should not use switch case.
No, no, we should use switch case because it is more
But why it is going to
cleaner.
second one is what I'm interested, because case is not matching, right? So they should explain that logic first. Break
I think
is
was
after the bracket, is it?
break. No, no, no. Inside the curly braces. Can you enable format on save in your settings or somewhere?
Prettier.
Format on save. Not prettier. Format on save. Format on save. Can you go to your settings on the bottom left?
Bottom left. Where
bottom
area?
left. Yeah. Settings. Search for format and save. Yeah, enable that and close this. Cool. Now if you save, it will get auto formatted. Try
Hmm.
saving it.
I've saved.
Okay. Yeah, wait. Okay. Yeah, like syntax is not good. Like once you fix the syntax, it will auto format.
Break. What is wrong with this index?
Yeah. First, let's fix default.
Default
Yeah,
null.
default. We don't do anything.
So we'll
Yeah.
just
Default colon. That's
comma.
it.
Is there any comma? Or
Yeah, comma is not required. Close the bracket. Close bracket.
it should be outside.
No, no. Try removing the curly braces on line 12.
See code block there said right like
Yeah, but I remember it's not required. Like I used to wrap the entire thing in the curly braces.
why
Even the,
we don't even need colors.
yeah, save it. Cool. It formatted right. And yeah, yeah,
There is no
that's it.
default.
Yeah, default nothing. Just form equals to null. We don't have to do. Or remove default. We don't want default because it will never go into default case. Yeah, let's try other cases and let's call this.
Yep.
So in Rescript, right? I used to use Rescript.
Hmm.
We can embed this switch inside the JSX because switch is a expression in Rescript.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is a statement, but whereas in Rescript it's an expression saying switch will return the value.
Form personal details, education, and professional.
Cool. So each component would take what? Uh,
Why it's
Details.
saying form? Remove this unless usement will form.
Okay. Yeah, use this form in the final in the JSX again. Scroll
Form
down. Yeah.
section.
Yeah. Just use the form. Save it. It will be fine. Let's scroll up.
Yep.
Cool. Now, so each personal details needs to get the details prop. And what else do you think it require? It would require next
No, right
on
now
next.
we'll keep the. That's what right. Like we'll keep the personal details information in that, educational details in that for professionals in it.
But how would that like this app component should know the details, no? Because based on that, it knows whether the form is correct or not, and we will enable stepper or not, some all that stuff.
Then if that is the case, then how we have to create states in app and then send it to personal, educational, professional? Is it or like how?
Yeah, that's what we created the main details state here. We will pass it to each component, like only the state which it requires, like
Okay, okay.
purpose,
Oh yeah,
cause,
yeah. Personal details is it or like what
it's details because
details?
it's
Yeah.
a component, yeah. And we will pass state dot personal details. So
Save
now
that.
we have details. The component will take care of rendering. Only thing we want to do is we should pass that on next on like the next click and the previous click handlers on next click or on previous click. I think for the first one on next click. What do you want to call? Is it next or continue?
Next.
Yeah. On next click, we'll update. Do we want to check and no previous will not be there. No?
Okay. Or okay, no abstractions, right?
Yeah.
Why it's showing error?
Yeah. You need to pass some value in it.
Can't I send empty?
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, we'll do that. So on next click,
Yeah. Let's worry about what the validation later. For now, let's update the state
hmm,
of current. I think for last one,
there won't be any next click.
yeah, submit.
Submit click also will just take the next click. We can actually do right. What should happen? Basically, we should pass that function, right?
Yeah,
So it should be next click only, right? There we can name it and then, or it should be submit click all the time.
feel it submit for professional, which is
Yeah, fine. So
cool.
personal
Now
details, education details, professional details. Yes,
on next click, we'll update the state of current page.
we already did it here. No, it's
Yeah,
open a function, close it, and then set current page to education details. Professional. You would be setting it to professional education details. On previous click, personal details, right? And okay, what I'm doing seriously.
yeah. On submit click, for now we can pass a void function just
Here
in.
I need to set right. Set this.
Yeah.
So in interview, this guy asked me a question saying, "Can we call child state set state functions in parent?"
We can't.
We can't, is it?
Yeah.
See,
What?
I can pass a function from parent to child, and then in that function I can actually call, right?
No, you can pass a function from parent to child, and now
And
it's
then in
of
the
the
parent function, I will be expecting a parameter as set function, and then from child I can set the setter function as a parameter to the.
yeah that they are like we can like logically we can. What you said makes sense, but ideally we wouldn't
Ideal
because
is just can we do it or not is what they have asked, and then we can.
yeah. And you said this example is it
Yeah,
nice?
I said like we can send right now. Uh, just alert
Yeah,
submit did. Okay.
cool. Let's implement all this step and all this profile details, or you want to?
Does it automatically formatted? Is it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Right here is nice, right?
Hmm. So now the pending would be implementing these personal details and all these forms, right?
Yes.
So what, first we create a form component or like what?
I think let's create the personal details component.
Okay. I think we are not going to use our atomic button.
Why wouldn't it? Button will be using in the next and previous, right? Like in each form there
Personal
will be.
details, right?
Yeah.
.jsx. Control C, Control V, Control V, and then F2.
And press enter. It will
It's
be
not
like it.
Mac, man.
Oh, so, I think it's VS Code feature. No, it's not
Oh,
depending
it's
on.
Mac feature. In anywhere you can
Oh,
use.
even if I select some file and
Ah,
press, let me try that. Oh, yeah, right.
education details, personal details, professional details. Yep. First we'll do personal details. Function, personal details. Yes. Export, default, personal details. I think we should write all of them in single file and then we export.
Yeah.
We'll just take whatever we want.
Yeah. Basically, no abstractions.
Yeah,
Like
no
even
abstraction. But
different file is also type of abstraction.
exactly. Function person. Yeah, different file is also an abstraction, but it should be, yeah. Again, we'll just call it as details page. Details.
Hmm. Okay.
Can
Yeah.
we do that? Can we just expose everything from one file?
Yeah, we can.
We'll just call it as.
And I like to do that, but most of my peers, colleagues, they want the code to look beautiful, and code would look ugly when all the functions are in a single file, but it is good.
Oh, why you think them as functions? You can think them as like these many details we are having. No, you can have a look on it and then you can understand. File, see, seeing 10 files is doesn't give you some feedback, but when you open a code and then see 10 functions or like having some more functions, okay, these many functions we are having, and then you in export you can anyway defining, right? Okay, how many you are going to export. So and then import you can control whatever you want basically. Yeah, anyway, yeah, this is I like this way anyway. So function personal details, what it would do, it will
It
return
accepts the props.
a, yeah, it accepts a props basically for sure.
Let's destructure it.
Okay, it will take index or what it will take.
No details.
Yep, details, and then
Details. On next click,
on
and
next click, on previous click.
no, personal will not have previous.
No, just we'll just keep creating everything same, or no, no abstraction.
Yeah, let's not create abstractions. And I think, oh, yeah, and also this form should be able to update the state in the parent. So let's accept some update details or set details call.
Update details, is it?
Uh, on update, yeah, yeah, whatever. Okay, yeah. Here we'll create the form. Like what fields can details have?
What fields?
Can the personal details have? Ye-
Name, first name, last name, age.
Yeah. Yeah. For now, let's create two fields in each of the form and see how the entire system works. What do you think?
So 4, because I want to make it in column, right? So
Yeah, 4.
mm, so div class details form. Okay,
Yep.
it will have it will have 4 details.
Oh,
So input input is like close tag only, right? It won't have end tag, right? It's like is it like this or it's just like this? I think
both work fine. We said
both
both
work.
work fine in the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. We'll come to later when we start rendering everything. We'll know. Yeah. Input name is it or title?
Value. Value.
Value equals to details dot is it
Yeah. Mhm. And
first
on change.
on change.
Yeah.
But if everything should be wrapped in a form, right? So then only we can do form validations also, right?
Yeah, like I'm not sure about HTML form semantics to be frank. So I know how to build this entire thing with just inputs. And form validation,
We'll do custom form validation, is it?
yeah,
Okay, because we can control, right? We will have control.
yeah. But yeah, we can do that. The reason is because I'm not entirely good with HTML
Yeah,
semantic elements and all
that's
that.
why. Like, again, you won't be having much control also. So anyway, on
On
change,
change, we'll get an event,
is it
and yeah, const first name equals to event dot target dot value.
const by const details dot first name we can update or
Yeah,
okay
basically we can't mutate the details. We need to call this
const
update details function with the new details.
const first name equals to
First name is
event dot
event dot target
event
dot
dot
value,
value and
and then we'll create a new details project, new details object, and call update details with that.
so what we name it as
Uh, let's not name it anything. Just call update details, and
and
internally we'll spread
is
details.
details and first name.
And yeah, and wrap this entire thing in line one, line 9. The not entire thing, the one inside the brackets, as an object. Like we first, like this entire thing is an object, right? So wrap that in object.
This one.
No, not this. The
So on.
you have spread details, right? You have spread details, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Can you open the yes?
Okay, this
Perfect.
one. Yeah, it's going to be single.
You
Yeah. Hmm.
got it. You need to do the same stuff for all the fields, whatever fields.
And then we have to give title also, no label.
Label, yeah, semantically we need to, but
We'll
this will work.
put placeholder first then. Time being.
Yeah, yeah.
First name. Okay. What do you say?
Yours is yeah, this works. This is nice. And we
To
can remove the div. Oh, let's keep it div. Maybe we'll
for
add some things later, label
uh,
and all that stuff.
See, now I can't understand what's happening here. That's why we should have
Harish, your
custom.
internet shows only 2 points.
Are you facing any problem? Like,
Yeah, your voice is clear, but your video is not good. I think our viewers will also be having this problem.
yeah, I forgot about that. So anyway, yeah. Uh, so now input. So that's why we should have our custom input. It all, you know. Now I don't know how many are there here, right? When you look at this code, you know.
Yeah.
So you got my point.
Yeah.
Here, if I see in app.jsx, we are having 3 steps. Oh, here also it's
Yes.
ugly only. It's fine.
It looks ugly, but I think this works fine. Only when the requirements come, or
I think VS Code should
like when
actually
we.
start having a wrappers to these. Like basically, if we want to explore or expand this, you can actually. It's like overview of an HTML tag or something. Because over a period of time, HTML will can get like a lot uglier. When you are
Oh.
looking at for the first time, you can't understand. You can't make out what's happening over there. I think there should be some external wrappers or external plugins which can actually simplifies the things for you. Understand?
Yes.
So we'll change first name, last name, age, and then here also last name, last name, age, age, and then what else can we capture? Gender.
And I'm not sure how people will receive this in the interview. Like if someone asks to do this kind in the interview,
Hmm.
because they might think, oh, this guy is repeating this stuff, so this is not good. But some might know that, because some who has seen complexities like this might think, okay, we did this because currently this requirement only recurs this. Like
Hmm.
this, is why he made this in this way. Yeah.
You are correct. Yep. First name, last name,
Values should also be changed.
sorry, yeah, age, gender. Sorry, which one? Okay, here, right?
Value.
Hmm.
Yes, I think it's fine.
So we'll copy the same thing for the remaining things as well. Education details. So we can actually have same names also time being, because anyway these three will go and sit in different objects, right?
Yes, you're right.
So
And we
export.
need to add buttons next to videos.
Yeah, we'll
And
add
submit.
personal details, education details, professional details. Now personal details will have After all these details form, we'll be having button. Class name would be next. Button btn is fine. And it would be next. And we have to now wrap all of this with React fragment.
Just the empty brackets are fine. Not even React fragment. We don't have to type that.
Sorry, which one?
Just create an empty HTML tag without anything. Just open and close it.
It
Yeah.
won't actually add in the UI, is it?
Yeah. Yeah. It will not add it in the UI. Like this is a sugar syntax for React.fragment.
Hmm.
And close it. Yeah.
Hmm. Next.
Why isn't prettier working for you?
On click. On next click, right? There you go, on next click.
Yeah.
So same.
Yes.
So now we'll copy again and then rename better. So now education details can have one more button. Could be previous. And then it should have on previous. Just click. And then here it should get one more prop called on previous click. It should be previous. Just skip all this part, guys. Okay. This can get on submit. This should be previous click.
Yeah. Also, one more thing. I'm not sure which one is good, but we can move these buttons out, and only
Okay.
these details come to get to the details, and the buttons would be rendered in the app.js.
Right now I coded no. Let's keep.
Yeah.
But why you are suggesting that? Is there any advantage or is there any other than more detailed, more structure?
Yeah. One thing which I'm not sure, like it's not advantages or disadvantages. It can go either way. But
Anyway, it's we
for
can see.
example, if you're yeah,
I think it should be in app.js only if I feel.
yeah,
Because we can
basically,
control the state there, right?
yeah, based on the entire state.
So we don't have to pass this on next click, is it?
Yes,
This
and you did
is
not use our atomic button.
so I can just simply undo slot instead of doing all this. Now we are at a state where we are not having
No, no, no.
this.
You could have undid the
I
other
still in
thing.
buttons only, no?
Is it? Okay.
Still previous details is having buttons, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's not bad.
this is correct. So why this is showing error?
No, you still have that button in the bottom.
Okay. Yep. So this is not needed. Not needed. Not needed. And professional details I have used, but it's, I don't know why it's saying, like that.
This
It's fine now. They are saying update this same. It's identical to the Weber ones, right? So we have details, and then now we don't need these two files. So now we'll come back to app, and then
we need to implement.
already we just import. That's it. From code
Dot
start.
slash um, slash.
Hmm. That's it, right?
Yeah. Are
Now
you using it correctly? Okay.
here we
Yeah.
don't have to pause this. This and all we can copy now.
Only update details will get the details and put it in the personal details field and call set state.
Update details will get, we have to change it to update details, is it?
Yeah. It will give us details. Let's call it personal details.
Here,
Yeah. And let's do set state. So
again
I
set
want to.
state and then person. That's,
Perfect.
I don't know why error is coming. Something I did wrong. Bracket should be closed. Yeah. Yep. So same thing. I have to replace with all the buttons.
Dude, have you heard these what do you call this, curly braces or flower bracket?
Both. I call curly
Yeah,
braces.
you call curly braces, right? You never
Yes.
use flower brackets.
Mm-hmm.
And does it feel odd when someone uses flower brackets?
Yep. It's not a flower first thing.
Okay. I was using flower bracket, and one of my colleagues asked, "What is flower brackets?" And I thought, like, everyone knows this. This is the flower bracket, and that's when I was told that these are called curly braces.
Nowadays, this becomes an object actually. Create an object, empty object.
Yeah, okay. Object bracket.
Object. Just create an empty object or open an object, something or the other.
Oh, to say that there is in this curly braces, we call it create
Mm.
an object.
Open an empty object. That's how JS changed everything.
Influence the language.
People are actually adopting these programming languages into their real life problems also, man. They want to see everything detailed and structured. You got my point? They are understanding everything as state, and then they are evaluating all the
Um,
things they are having in
yeah. I was also thinking in my life I should be like a functional program where if seriously, if I take some object from one point, then I should not create a new object. a side effect and put it there so that the
But
next
see,
program
the thing is, we
will
are
not.
living in a three-dimension world, or to be fact, we are living in a four-dimension world where time is actually not same. So you never have a pure function. I mean, you can't pass a pure, you know, function thing to
Yeah.
this
So
person.
like consider, yeah, I know, but consider there's a room
Hmm.
and I go inside the room, I do some stuff and I get out. I should not create any side effect inside that room by misplacing objects and all that stuff. Because
Again, see, if
someone,
you don't want to create side effects, then your actions, right? Side effects is nothing but the actions that you did in that room. But
yeah, and
your actions are
yeah,
done by
like
you, and you are
I can
actually
make some
changing.
yeah, I can make some action, but once I get out of the room, I should not like I want the room to be as it is. Like I am thinking in this case especially in terms of objects because I put some object at some point and I forget, and someone else starts searching for it in the entire house.
Hmm.
So it's a side
Yep,
effect, right? Like I go into a room, I
yep,
should do my stuff and get out. I should not create any side effects of changing the object from one place to other.
yep. That means you. Yep, that is correct. Anyway,
Yeah,
now we can render, right? So we can see what's coming in the UI.
we
We
want
are
steps.
we want steps. I understand. One we want buttons. Let's place buttons also.
Yeah, maybe button. Yeah, we want and no systems. We want to
After
create step in the same file.
form, we'll be rendering button, right, based on the state.
Yeah.
We created a button component. No, let's use that now. Or shall we create two buttons next and previous?
Hmm.
Or similarly, details will also create actions.
No, I think it's unnecessary abstractions. Like in the same app.tsx, we created this form variable, right? There we can create form footer or something.
No, I'll create
And
actions.jsx,
cool.
and then here I'll actually use our button this.
Hmm. Oh, you mean next button, previous button,
Hmm.
submit button? Yeah, this is nice.
Next button, use a extender.
No, why extend? Just internally we will use
Okay.
atomic button.
Function previous. In some places we have to render two, right? So
Yeah, you can render two buttons. What's that?
mm, here, hello, how?
It will return button. Yeah.
Button will accept title. We'll send it as next.
Yeah.
We can do this,
I'm
right?
not sure if this is unnecessary abstraction. Like we can directly inline this button title next time. But yeah, may,
We
yeah,
already
I
created, no? That's why.
got it. Let's
Mm.
title like
And on click, right?
yeah.
We have to pass. So we should be expecting a
Drop on.
props on click. On click, on click. That's we can do this, right?
We should wrap that in a flower bracket in an object.
Curly bracket. I think I also use flower only. I think I'll use both because in college we learn it as flower. Is I think if I
Yeah,
remember.
like my colleagues are from Mumbai, right? They do not. They like. We are South Indian, so
Yeah.
all South Indian use flower bracket, but North Indian,
I
they
call
don't.
them curly braces, not curly bracket.
Really braces.
Curly only. I don't complete that entire remaining thing.
Yeah,
Curly, open curly bracket. Curly. Okay. Anyway, on click. Next,
disabled.
disable, right? Disable also. We should be sending. Yeah. Can't we, you know, expand these or what we call them?
Pass extra props, is it?
No, on click and disabled. I know, right? Two things. Can I just add those two as single prop? Like this entire thing, can I pass to this props? You got my point,
Yeah,
right? I am having on click and disable. I'll just send these to the button.
yeah, you can.
I can do that. Okay, anyway, this is fine now. This button.
Yeah. Similarly, previous button submit button.
Similarly,
And then we'll finally we'll wrap this entire thing in a form, and submit will be of button of type submit, is it?
yep, that's the idea. Yeah. Or we can make an Ajax call, or it's just a UI thing glitch only. We are not making any API call when we click on submit. We'll be having access to the state, no, entire state. Buttons are done. Now we have to export them.
Yeah. Also, you need to accept props, and in the meantime, I'll see what our users are, how many users are there for this.
Sure.
Okay. One user is watching right now, and there is one like which is by me.
Okay, if one user is not you, then
Watching right now. Sorry, if one user is not me, then
if one is not you, then please drop a comment.
ah, yeah. If
Not you
someone
as
is
in like not Sreedhar, please drop a comment.
yeah, if someone is really watching it, please drop a comment.
Yeah. Next button, previous button, submit button. So now we'll go to the app.jsx, and then here we have to again, we can have
Form
button,
filter,
let's call it as
form
actions.
filter, actions. Yeah.
Actions equals to, it's an empty, it would be
Initially, it will
null.
be none. Yeah. Do the
Similarly,
switch.
when it is personal details, see now we can leverage this actions equals to, it will return some. We have to do something like this, right? Or we don't have to do,
Yeah, it's fine. We can do this.
or we don't have to wrap with these empty
Yeah.
brackets.
If at all it is a single component, then we don't have to wrap. If at all it's a two components and we want to assign it to a variable, then we need to wrap.
If do I have to wrap or do I don't have to wrap?
Don't have to.
Yeah, these are two, right? Yes. Do I have to do this one also? No, right?
Y- You can remove it, but a personal details should be in line 22 in that case.
Yeah, of course. That I used. Because this is like unnecessary confusion, right?
Yeah.
Actions also. This I think maybe we'll keep it. For personal details, we'll just have next button. Oh, and then for next button, we'll pass nothing. We pass on click function and then disable, right?
Yeah.
On click function would be current stage, set current pages, education details, right?
Yep.
And I'm learning React, man. This is crazy. Then that's it. This guy will only have next.
Are you
Then
having fun with using React, or is it just
yeah,
like
man.
it's nice, right? It feels like playing with some Lego blocks where we
Exactly. Yeah. Actions is done. React. Now this next I can use in application, and then I will be having previous on click same set current page and previous personal details. And coding should be like this, man. It's like you don't feel like okay, I'm not. I don't know why I'm getting error.
wrap them in fragment.
You mean this?
React fragment, the empty JSX.
Hmm. I don't know how can I use this. Yeah, but now you come to me. You will go to professional instead of next. It would be
Yeah.
submit.
So now I have a question. Basically, we want the state of whether the next button is active or not, right? How do you want to like do that?
We'll do now. Will just give me a second. I'm not thinking straight now here.
Well,
So you now this disabled thing we have to pass, right?
yeah,
So disabled thing is something we create a function. That function will return true or false.
perfect. Instead of storing some state, we need to derive the state.
Yep.
That function will take the details and return true or false, but we can do it later maybe. I just want to say that we don't have to create state. We can
Hmm.
derive state from state.
Exactly. So can we do now?
I'm not sure. Let's test for if everything works and then go to
Okay.
validation.
So now I have to render action section and then pay actions. And for
Now the steps is the final part which is
I
missing, I guess.
want to actually control the style of these buttons. Previous buttons always should be left side position of it.
Yeah, that I think we should do from the top, the app.jsx.
Okay.
Like we have to wrap that with a empty fragment, right? Maybe
Mm-hmm.
that and
No, not empty fragment. In here we have to give class name, is it? Or we can
no,
do
no,
this, right?
we can do this, but how about we instead of this fragment, let's keep it a div and use a flex and do space between.
Okay.
And call this a flex and align item space between.
Class name as form section,
You can
action
also
section.
in like inline styling, style equals to display flex, and you want to use CSS.
No, style is fine. Style equals to here curly or
Yeah,
flex.
another object inside. Yeah, now write styles here, display enter flex and justify or yeah,
Comma, is it?
justify content. Yeah, justify content
Space between, is it?
in a string. Wrap that in. Okay,
Uh,
it wraps in space between or s- space. Yeah, I think space between only. Let's see.
I don't. I never use flex. I mean, I use flex, but not interested.
Mhm.
Actions is done. This is good. This we copy and we do the same for form. Now we'll do the same for this
I
also
think
we
here
should
instead
know.
of, yeah, instead of space between, like in Flex has some property which says to come from the right, but we can do it later.
Which one? The what is the property?
Uh, Try, yeah, see what the suggestions are. Remove that space between and just uh, open the string and see what the suggestions are.
Center and flex
And
start.
Flex in
End
because we want the next.
yeah.
We want
It's
the close that.
here also I need to end them
I think
as
above the you have created a syntax issue. Can you scroll up? Uh, yes, somewhere here. Yeah, on the right
I
side you
know
can see
where
the
it is.
red.
I know where it is. Oh, I don't know where it is now. This is a
Yeah,
bit problem with
for 36. Number 36.
so line number
36.
yep. Unexpected empty function.
I think we should close these ESLint errors. We don't want this.
Why personal details of JSX there is no page only, no?
Yeah. Close this, man. Let's close this problems tab. I don't want this.
What you don't want problems, okay.
Yeah, the entire the bottom panel. Let's only have terminal and that's it. It's not having
So now we are done, right? Almost or any next
steps.
steps. What is
Render step.
steps? We have to clear
Step.
create the step component.
Yeah, component. It's called step.
Basics function step and then return sorry export default step and now you should accept index and name, right?
Yeah. Index, name, and is active or something.
Is active, so I should return a div step class would be this is where the okay step class would be step and this step will have a div class name step index and index and a div class name step name and name. And here I want to control, if is active I want to apply one more class, if it is not active I want to apply one class. How can I do that?
So yeah,
Expressions,
can you
okay.
create an object and put step inside that? Yeah, with that back ticks.
Understood. Step comma dollar is active, is it, or
Dollar, another bracket is active. Question mark.
active, or I can do is active undone, is right.
I'm not sure how that will work. Or else an empty string. Yeah.
Is it fine now?
Yes.
Hmm.
On click.
On click.
You are putting it in a bracket. Read outside.
Understood. On click, what we do, we just call on click, right?
Yeah. Basically, we don't want step to know any logic outside of its own. It
Yep.
should not know where it is used and all that stuff.
So
You
we
give me a
should
function.
expect on click. Yep. Now we'll come to app JSX, and then we already first step did we return the on click logic? Yep. So
Yeah.
now, are you guys excited to see?
Yes.
What happened? Am I not exporting the app? Some error am I getting? Is it, or like what happening?
Yeah. Open console.
Nil is not defined.
Nil. It's null.
Sure. See, entire we have written this much of code and then it all failed. And then what? So it's got saved.
Yeah. Refresh the page.
Or do I have to refresh? Flex is not defined. It
Let's go
should
back.
be in strings, I think. Then any step,
Refresh. Oh, step is not even. You are not importing step.
because we created first, then
Yeah.
now next. The above error occurred in the app component. These are all fine, right?
Refresh
Invalid
the.
DOM property class. Did you mean class name, personal details?
You meant class names. Let's go to details and
Yeah.
we have used class equals to replace with class name equals to.
No errors.
Cool.
Life story. Okay. Personal details, education details, professional details. And initially it would be first name, last name, age, gender, and button is not rendering. Why?
Because you did not give title to the word. And when you go to next button,
I've passed the title, no?
in, yeah, we'll know only when we go to next button.
No, the first one is also having, right? Personal details is also having next button, right? And then, as you mentioned, next button is already having a title, no?
Let's go to the next button.
It is not title, I think. Button name, I think.
No, 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 title only. Can you go to next button first? We need to go to next button and check there.
Sure.
Next button, title. Yeah, you're passing title next. You're
Let's
passing
inspect,
the,
no?
yeah, inspect.
Hey, we are having two action sections. Hey, here it is, man. It's not title, man.
Oh, you should put it inside the JSX also, I guess. Go into that button. No, it's title only. It's title. Yeah, add title. Go inside the button .tsx file, and here, no, like add the title inside the this.
But
Now
why?
let's read.
There is one more thing. I already wrapped. Did I wrap it anything with this action? I think app.js. I think I should just give actions. Should it be like this, or should it be there should be a wrapper?
It depends upon what form and actions are variables. If you go to,
We'll go to actions. Actions will have, because we want
they
to.
already have a wrapper action
Yeah.
section. It doesn't make sense to wrap it again. I think you should just wrap the first one, the first type of action, also in a there. You can scroll up,
Yeah.
or it's fine. Let's see how the UI
No, I
behaves.
later I'll be giving action container. Let's see. Yep. Yeah. Next is there life story, personal detail, education detail, professional details. So
Try
now
changing.
start giving CSS. Okay, you want
No,
to test the
try functionality. Try functionality. Like first, try changing
next
first.
previous. This next is not
So now action button, action for this type of state two is not correct. Let's go to the code. Go to the action for the type state two. On click.
previous button personal details. Next button it should be.
Professional details.
Yeah.
This is what the reasoning about the code is.
Yeah. So now we are in first. Next submit.
And yeah,
Previous should actually
it's creation details.
yep. Next submit.
Try
Previous
changing.
specification items. Yep.
Try changing stuff in the input box. Is it working?
Component is changing and uncontrollable into be control. I should what should I do?
It should give an empty string. Initially, basically value shouldn't be undefined, and later it shouldn't be a value. So,
Let's go
or
to
fill the
previous.
form with default values.
Sorry, on change we are controlling. No, what's happening then?
Value, initial value is undefined, right?
Okay,
And whenever we go from undefined to some value, there's a concept in React called controlled and uncontrolled. So
Here
with
I
controlled,
can do this, no?
yeah,
Or I can
no
just
or double question mark.
okay. What is double question mark?
It's like null coefficient. Like whenever there is a null or undefined, it will return this. This is better instead of double R because sometimes value is zero and we might want to render zero, right?
Mm, I have to do this for all, is it?
Yeah.
I can actually identify the pattern. So
Or
I'll
you can create some like in the initial state, you are putting it as an empty object, right? You can pass some normal.
no, that would look ugly in app.jsx.
Got it. Then let's fix the input
No,
component.
I know the four places I'll change it will like in effect.
Yeah.
Basically, this would be the pattern of value, and then question mark quotes. Similarly, this would be the pattern. Only three, not even four, right?
Because you have already updated one.
Sorry.
You have already updated the first occurrence of this.
Yeah. No, there are only three, no.
Yeah.
Oh, the fields are four, but the pages are three. Which one I didn't change this one?
A component. What was the error ideally?
That's one A uncontrolled. We can simulate again. No?
Yeah. Now if
So
we go next, we'll replace the form. And if we go back, the form should have the values. Cool.
so now will this will hand over to UX front end CSS team. Shit. Now let's give some CSS. No
Yeah.
container margin auto.
What will auto do?
I want to bring it to you know, left and right. I want to bring it to center. How can I do that?
Yeah. Container auto would do that. Margin auto would do that, but your child components, like children, are filling up the entire screen.
Hmm.
So try. I'm not sure how. I don't know CSS much. Okay, I know. Try removing this next button or putting some width to that actions container. Try putting some width to actions container, some width of 500. Px. Okay. Now, what is form action? Okay. What, like which of the children is taking the entire width? Or okay. I think margin auto, and also we should provide width. Only then it comes to the center.
Is it
Yeah. Try adding a
width 100 we 100%?
100% will fill the entire width. Maybe 500 px, or what is the minimum width of, what is the minimum width we want for this? 100 view height.
View height is there. What would be the view width? There is no view width concept.
VW. VW.
No,
But
it is
100 view
okay.
width will fill the entire. Try 50 VW. Yeah.
And then for action, now we don't have to give anything.
Yeah, action we can do.
Yep. Now it's enter. Now I should start giving some top margin, right?
Yeah.
Margin top 10 pixel, let's say. Not looking cool. 30.
Yeah.
First, we'll actually give a box shadow.
What does box sizing do?
I don't know, box shadow. I want to type 0 pixel, and wheat color so that it start looking better. Then we give blur. Then we change color to something which actually stands this. Can we do this in black template? God, dark mode.
Yeah.
Anyway, that will do later. This is fine. We'll start giving padding. Padding internally 10 pixels around all the places. This is fine, or like 20 we should be. This looks
Yeah.
better, no? And we should import bootstrap and then start giving bootstrap classes, man, right?
I never used Bootstrap.
Because buttons and forms, these are all will look good.
Yeah, we can use Bootstrap.
So React bootstrap is there. Like, can I import and
Not yet.
install and add
Search.
bootstrap?
Yeah, search for Bootstrap, and in the documentation, maybe they will say how we'll be
React
able to use it.
and add bootstrap, right? React bootstrap. How
Yeah,
to
search for
add?
React Bootstrap.
This is there. See,
Yeah.
so I can do an add or in npm install.
Yeah, add Bootstrap and React Bootstrap.
And to use it, import button from React button is it, and then import button from React bootstrap. But I didn't do it. No,
You
I'll
need to
just
import.
import CSS and link and JSX also. I need to import, man, JS also. Yeah, done. Now in
Yeah,
app
that's it.
I'll main is it or in app?
I think it's better to do it in the main.
Import this. Thing applied is it? Now
You need to import or use components from React Bootstrap.
font also let's change.
Okay.
Okay, okay. Hey, font, how to import font? We have to in index.css. Font family we have to change. Is it or like how?
No one is using this. So how do we generally do fonts with CSS?
This only here we'll add font families. We'll,
In the index.html, no?
yeah,
So we need that URL.
Google
Add it.
Fonts.
Yeah.
Which font? Opens. West. Google Fonts.
You can go to Google Fonts and it will give an options. You can
Forms.
search.
But I don't know anything, no? Roboto and Open Sans. You want me to go to Google Fonts?
Or go to Google Fonts and you'll see options and you can hover each of them and see what's the style
But
you
I
want.
don't know what I'm looking, no, that's why.
Yeah. Google Fonts. Can you go back? Yeah. So these are the fonts.
This one is good.
Yeah. Sure. So when I was in college, I used to think I don't want to do web development because I don't have good design sense. But later I got to know that there will be some person who designs and you just have to implement it.
Yeah. So to add this,
Okay. Copy the name. Let's search. No, this is right. Maybe Bootstrap has fonts, man. Right?
no
Bootstrap
man.
fonts.
Bootstrap fonts is also there, is it?
I'm not sure.
Bootstrap. Yeah, this font is also there in Bootstrap. No, like this we do, bro. This is ugly, man. I think this looks better only. Index.html link font family Montessori. And we are not including index.css, no. Didn't apply.
No, you need to. Oh, can you go back? Who is importing this root dot index.css? No one is importing this index.css.
App.css.
Uh, who is using this app? Like, where did you add the font size?
Import. That's it, no?
Yeah. Can you search for white CSS or dot slash?
I think it applied, is it? So first we'll start giving, since our component is atomic, class name btn.
I'm not sure if we should give classes or. Oh, is it?
We can give, man, btn primary. See,
Okay, got it.
and for input also there is this form control. Yeah, that's why this becomes ugly.
Control MD16 or something.
Anyway, this is fine actually. Anyway, we are going to do display grid or uh, you know, flex, right? Two column layout. This would be fine. So these are okay. First name, last name, age, gender, and then first we'll do the container code. Okay. Again, margin auto with 50 VW. Margin top. Should we make it 70 or 50?
Uh, so I think we should anything, but we should also use a combination of minimum width of some 500, comma 50.
Okay. Min max,
Yeah, min
min
or
min of
yeah,
500 pixel, comma 50 VW. Is it? No, it won't apply.
yeah. It was no.
Minimum 500 pixel. Is it?
Yeah, minimum 500 pixel because when the user minimizes this. Oh, sorry, max of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you minimize your browser, it should always stay at least at 100 pixels.
Okay, this is okay. Then
We want the 1, 2, 3 in a flex.
yep. Margin top 28 knots. Let's give 35. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll first copy this.
You can also put the box.
Hey, background color is nice. No?
How did you get background color?
I selected it, man. This is all margin.
Uh,
Computed margin. Oh, it will show, right, what all margin.
but how did you get this background color? Oh, this
Margin,
is.
man.
Oh, got it, got it. I thought, wow, Harish suddenly did some magic. And yeah, let's have this background color. What is it?
Uh, where index only everything.
Yeah, Indian styles, I would say.
It won't format this also.
Ah, it would. Basically, we need to configure.
Now, life story would be center, text aligns center, and then font size would be 24 pixels. H1 what we give, no, that we should give, I guess. We should actually make it as H1, right?
Yeah.
Font weight is bold. Yeah. Now let's give this flex, and then internally we have to give that icon also. Container header we give this. I think we should use bootstrap headers, all that, right? Hello.
Yeah.
So
Sorry,
anyway,
I was.
this container header is here, and then this we want to apply. Is it flex or grid? Which one we apply?
I feel it's better to use Flex because it's a single row, right?
Yep.
If it's a 2D, then we can use grid.
Display flex.
Justified content. Yeah, let's scroll down. And what do you want? Space around, space between.
This one is good, no space evenly.
Yeah.
And I want after tag we can apply, and then there is this before and after, right? Or can we add that?
Pseudo tags, I'm not sure how to add them or use them.
Anyway, we'll first do this much. This is
You
to
want to
step.
wrap the number in the center?
Yeah, that I'll do step step section with this number. If we want to take number into center, align self or text align center. How can I do that, man?
Sorry, I couldn't hear that. I was sleeping. Sorry, what? What do you want?
I am in step section.
Okay.
So now I want to
You want to have one in the center, right?
text align center. Yep. So for step index, I'll make it as, and then border 1 pixel solid black, border radius 50%, padding 10 pixel around. Shit. Still, it looks ugly, man. I
I
think it
think
is actually taking personal details, and it shouldn't. So how can I do that?
one.
Sorry,
Is where are you wrapping this style?
inside
Uh,
step index.
step index, and it's
Width we
one.
can give, no custom.
Yeah, width we can give width and height. 30 px.
And then if we give width, no, it won't be margin auto.
Height should also be same as width.
How can I
And
center it, man?
remove the padding. This is center.
Yeah, this looks ugly.
No, this is good, man. I like it because I anything which is somewhat decent is fine for me.
All right, so this much is fine. So now we'll actually start giving spaces in between these sections first. So container will be taking display grid row gap 1 rem.
Grid row gap is obsolete, is it? That's what they. Can you hover on grid row gap? Property obsolete. Avoid using it. Specify better between grid row. Grid row.
Absolute ante absolute pro.
Obsolete means it is deprecated.
Okay.
Our uh, whole value.
Okay, let me connect to my charger first. Yep. So now, this personal details, no, this can be small size font, around 14 pixel. This is fine, no? Or make it 15. And the border of this,
I think we should remove the details. It should be just personal, education, professional.
yeah, the border also, no, it should be little light. This is good, no?
Yeah, it is good. Also, numbers are not exactly in the center.
So we'll reduce the size of the numbers. What you say?
Yeah,
Or give 50-50. We can try here, no?
yeah.
No, this is not looking good.
Text align. Can you do one thing? Call it display flex. Justify content center, align item center.
Display flex.
Justify content center, align item center.
Should be inside here, right? Step index.
No, we you step index. No,
I did the same here and it start working.
text align based on center the text.
See, display flex textile and center is not working. Justify content center is actually correct. It could
Maybe
justify
text
content.
align center and vertical align center. Text align and vertical align.
Justify content center is working, no?
It is working, but still, I feel
That's what, like, it won't actually make you feel like, because it's starting from here and then it feeling right. Start from
that
center and then it will print the component.
Can you try vertical align center and text align center?
instead of all this display.
Yeah. Let's remove this. Even the top element also. Text align center and also vertical align.
Hmm.
Is there some vertical align field? Yeah, what are the options? Drop down, yeah. Remove that C also. What are the suggestions? Remove the entire thing.
It's not giving.
Baseline, bottom. Nothing is changing,
Middle,
right?
middle. Is it now?
No.
It won't, man, because it start from center and then print to. No, maybe that's why it's okay.
Okay.
Leave it. No, we'll see. Or we'll give some padding. 1 pixel. This is leave, man. That guy doesn't bother about personal, educational, professional. First name, last name, age, number, and next. Yeah.
Try this. Put line height as the container height. Line height. What is the container height? 30 px, right? Yeah. Fuck.
It's okay. This is okay. Personal details, education details, professional details, and then now this form now will split into two. I think there should be some gap between top and bottom, no?
Yeah.
And then there should be some border around it, and then similarly, like the color of it should be somewhat little bolder, and then it's like indicating a section or something. I think we should give a shadow to it.
My creative brain is really dumb, man. Like,
While
like
creating,
my creative brain is really dumb. Dumb. Like I can't imagine all this.
yeah, I should, man. So when we do this, no, so we'll start giving it, but we just only need it down, something like that. Now we'll change this color to somewhat like this. Then here y offset should be little less. Y should be 2 pixel and then x of 0. This is fine. This will actually, but there should be a little spacing also, right?
Padding, yeah.
Padding down bottom. There should be a 5 pixel more. This is noise, no?
Yes.
Let's give it 15 pixel. Yeah. And then there should be something on top also. Some it feels like they started
Oh,
here.
yeah.
But Yeah, I think we had done life story, but see, here the problem: education details will can be more, no, how we want to show.
Do you want to move the buttons to the top and form in the bottom, like the one of your friends did that? No.
No, no, I don't want. We'll change this to primary to small, and then we'll give some spacing, and then we'll add few more fields so that form would be looking like there should be four rows, something like that we do. Then it will be start looking like more of square, and then it's a rectangle. But see, I want it to be an array of things, man. How can I do that?
Oh, you mean you want to add some extra fields?
Uh, when I click plus, education details is like
That you can simply do, man. That is simple.
how.
Basically, we get the state, right?
Hmm.
There we'll do, for example, we have some education details, which is an array. We'll do education details dot map, and in each map will render the input element, and yeah, we'll add symbol at the bottom,
But see,
and
the div structure, no, it will changes when you keep adding. And
yeah,
then when you go to the next to this previous professional details, it will start coming small, and then when you come back, it's becoming big, and then when you come back to professional, it will becoming small. Like that, it will come. No,
yeah.
I think we should be giving is scrolling or something, or like what you suggest.
I don't think scrolling would be nice because might be scrolling might also be nice. Not sure. Or drop.
Or I prefer that is like too complex, man. I think maybe we'll just give education details as single entries only, no? Why don't we want to make it complex?
Mm, yeah.
So just keep it as like single columns. We'll just uh, secondary educational details or something.
Yeah.
So anyway, CSS, right? There's nothing functional right now. Form validations is something that how can we highlight or set a red color error state also we need to set no color.
Yeah. Basically, does HTML provide something for that?
No, if we wrap it inside
So you can
if
pass.
I think it would, but where I have to keep the form. I have to if I add form, no, everything will get changed.
Yeah.
Maybe on top of container can I do
Yeah, you can.
app.jsx.
This container can itself be a form. Can't it?
I mean like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's why I know, man.
Oh, this Bootstrap applied some styles to this font.
Bootstrap applied from
Bootstrap
form
applied
styles.
style.
Form styles.
Oh, I guess.
Anyway, steps section we just did it here, I think. Or we given flex by
Or just wrap this form and actions inside the form, not the entire
no
thing.
display flex we can do no
We already did
flex,
display flex.
but
What
I didn't
happened?
save, I guess maybe.
Okay.
Or index.css we know step section not it's steps section. Yep. Not yep. Personal details, education details, professional details, and then container header is there, step sections is there. We'll give form section, man. First we'll add text, form section, display, grid template, columns, 1f4, 1f4, grid template, gap, with column gap. Okay. One rem grid. Why this become what they are suggesting? Row gap is it? They don't have
Row.
to set specifically to column. Grid again, yeah. One rem. If both are one rem, then why
Oh,
there is details form?
you added form section.
Details.js.
Maybe add details form instead of form section. Put details form in the CSS.
I think we can remove the form section.
Yeah.
But it's like if we remove, no, it's like we are not keeping them inside a container or something. It's fine. Yeah. Uh, that shadows and all I'll do. Uh, now can we go to next and then do submit? Yep. We put required true in this details.
How did it refresh once you click on submit? Did you give some
It will
type?
make a
No, did
same.
you give the input but like type as submit for that input button?
Uh,
No.
no. How did it
Oh,
know? Oh, we don't have any on click, no. So on click would be. I think I'm passing on click as same. I think submit button, right? Just functions happen. I don't know, man.
okay.
Here it's when you hover, it's giving submit also. I
When
think
you
maybe
hover,
okay. Whatever we keep it. Okay, so now first we'll set active color, man. Okay, what we do for active?
just fill the entire circle with some color.
Which color good looks on? We have to fill the color with some color and then change the text color to white. What is that class? Active step, right? Background color. Let's make it as blue. Text color.
Just color.
Yeah, sorry. This color white. We should be writing that on step index, not on actions.
Only the circle can be colored, I guess, no?
Oh, that's why step index will be giving that function. We have this active thing, no? We did that, no?
You're
Where we
searching.
kept step, okay.
You can add it to active step. That should also be fine. Oh,
Hmm?
okay. Nothing, nothing.
Next, next. Okay, okay, okay. Now colors will change, right? That's fine.
You want to do validation?
Yep.
You want to do a native HTML validation?
Yep.
Input input validation.
Validation. Man, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can, but it is somewhat slow when you switch. Why? Why did you ask?
I think we'll just make it as required and then let's see. I'm not able to Google also. My net is not good. Can you Google and tell me the prop? No. I'll try. I'll keep it as required for now. Let's see.
Yeah. You meant for required only, no? Input required validation.
It should be giving as required. Right?
Yeah, required boolean.
Required equals to true or false. Huh?
Bo- yeah, this is what required. It, yeah. If you don't provide anything, no, it will JSX will pass us through.
No, true. Can I give?
Yeah.
Next. Next. Form is getting submitted, man. I think in JS
Why
we can
aren't there?
validate.
Yeah. But can you hover over this and see if required is passed? Where are you passing required to true? Are you passing to the input?
Yep. Required.
Okay.
It's having a value,
Not
no
sure
empty
why.
string.
Oh, yeah.
Shall we give it as null and then see here?
Not null, remove everything.
Still it's submitting. If I remove no, it will throw that error, no, that uncontrolled shit.
Which is fine. Until you change, it doesn't throw that error. Refresh the page. So it's Maybe.
There is this form thing control we can do actually. JS
Yeah,
validate
you can.
not this. There is written validate form. So this if at all there is an error, no, this will actually stop. I think. Let's see. Name must be
And as
filled out.
pilot form again, they're manually calling it now. Like it's not same as just on submit they call this and do stuff.
HTML5 form validations. Maybe for client side form validation. Let's see. Required and then examples are not there. Form label input name. Silas and I think maybe since the form is not in this context, it's throwing, but we are not knowing. We'll make the last one also. No?
Yeah.
Hmm. See, it's only considering the forms that are in UI, man. React will completely remove them from the screen, right? We should not be returning it. We should be hiding it.
Yeah, we can do that. We can render all of it
Go to
and pass some hidden.
forms app.jsx. Here, step is
And
this. Then
do we want to hide it in? I don't think. Uh,
here, no, we have to. We can
I'm
have
not sure
one.
whether pass the prop and update the hidden style inside the div, or wrap this inside a div and toggle this hidden class.
I
Uh,
didn't
will the
get you.
layout will the layout change when I wrap this education details in a div here itself? It's fine, right?
Education details. I didn't get you. In the
Yeah.
layout.
Wrap this education details in a div and you can use IV, like you can use hidden. Okay. Wrap this education details in a div.
Okay. No, layout won't get changed. I think. Let's see.
Yeah. Hey,
Hello.
hey, can you hear me? Like,
Yeah, I can
you?
hear you now. Yeah. So I wrapped it in a div
So
and
now
then
we'll add a class name to the. Yeah. Yeah, you need to update class name based on whether this education details is visible or not.
mm,
And we can remove the switch case and just pull this entire thing and always render.
here you want me to keep it as display div class name and then current state equals to education details. Is it something like that?
Yeah, if current state is not equals to education details, then hide it with a class name or inline style.
No, if we do that, no, current state not equals to, yeah.
You can remove that entire thing. Like you can write this entire thing in a normal object.
Understood, man. Sorry. I want to give a class, no, that's why. Class, right? If current stage not equals to education details. Where are we? Where are we, man? I'm not able to think. Yeah, not equals education details. Then
Question mark. Whatever
hide
the implies.
hide step. Huh? Hide step details.
Yeah.
Else show.
Else just a normal string.
Okay. Okay. So now div education details.
Now render this without.
I have to copy these nodes,
Yeah, and
Here itself we can declare
like
that, right?
currently you are doing it in Swift. Yeah. In that case, we'll not declare here. We'll directly go to the return and write it
Yeah.
there.
First I'll keep it here and then I'll copy. Oh, first I'll copy this and then slash div and then I'll do this one more time and then thought time I can directly copy. Hey, which thing I copied, man? I should be copying this one, no? Education details one. This one, right? Current state equals to personal details.
What happened?
She's fine, no?
Yes.
And then now to take hide step details and index.css visibility hidden, right? It's not current state, I think it's current page. CURL current page is also not there. And can't I refer the current page inside this?
It's not double R. Or change the
Uh,
state to double
I have to change it everywhere now.
R. F and F2. Like rename the variable. Right click and rename variable.
Mm.
Okay, it worked, is it?
Oh, something happened. Actions are not coming. Oh, actions are there, but CSS got affected.
What is display? Try display none instead of visibility none.
Display null, if I do, it won't be there. No, it won't evaluate the form, right?
Is it?
I think so.
Visibility hidden itself is not there, man. Visibility hidden itself is not added
Then why they are not showing?
because we have that check, right?
We have the fields now.
Can we go back to code?
Here it is there.
Oh, visibility steps is there. And if you
If we do display null, then it would be fine, I think. I don't know why this was actually taking this much space.
because there is another one below.
Another?
Like you added display none to only one education
Okay,
detail, but
okay.
actually have this.
If we do display null, no, the form fields won't be
Is it
shown.
right?
Yeah. Something is happening. Should re-render, right? Let form should get compute again and again, right?
Yeah, it should re-render, but I think you change the CSS. So when you switch the forms, the second form was having this display none, so it did not render. Try adding display none here in the CSS of hidden hide step details.
Okay, here index.js.
Uh, no.
You won't even be adding that class, no? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not submitting, it seems.
But errors are not there. What is it saying? An invalid control with. Okay, you need to give this name or something.
Okay. But see, It anyway it won't be showing there, no. Name equals to first name. It's fine, right? Not focusable basically. Since it's not there, it's not focusable, man. That's it. But anyway, we can actually change the class.
No, I think you should programmatically go back.
Ah,
Like once the user submit,
see now I
you should.
I can actually get the control of what all invalid fields are there, and then I
Yeah,
can change the class of those, and then I can highlight
yeah.
the sections also. That and all is there. We can do.
Okay.
Oof. It's okay. We will do that functionalities tomorrow. No.
And on submit, what should happen? It should just display all. Download the PDF.
Ah, should download.
Maybe
That
some
is
JavaScript. Order.
some library we use, and then we send content. PDF.js is there, I guess.
Cool, man. Congratulations on your first React application.
See, React PDF.js is there, right?
Simple React component to wrap a PDF.
What is this namespace package?
This has been deprecated. Use someone else. Like he's asking us to use someone else's package. Don't use this.
React PDF, man. There is React PDF actually. See, display PDFs React app as is available. This
As
is
is.
displaying, man. This is not downloading. Anyway, we can create a blob and then that is there. On click itself, we can do that. jQuery also can do.
Yeah.
Mm, yep. So, but we are not. What we missed is education details showing as an array. Right.
Yeah, we can do that. No, like just instead of having an object, have an array,
But
and
as I mentioned, no, the sizes will be inconsistent.
yeah, then you need to put some width, height, sorry, height, and do a 4 plus.
Scrollable. Or I think what we can do is we left side will show the entries and then right side will give a form to add an entry. And then if you
And
select the left side list anything, then we'll populate those details. That is like left side you know, so let's say you have given SSC, BTech, I know what you say, intermediate, all those will show as a list. SSC, BTech, intermediate. And then
yeah,
right side we will be showing as a form, and then you can sub add, and then if you select anything of from the left side, no, it will just give you populate the details, and then it will show it as an update button, so that width would be consistent. And then left side list is right, this is a list, right? So we can simply scroll it instead of scrolling the forms, no, you can just scroll the list. Did you get
yeah.
my point? That's nice, no?
Yes.
But that is like too complex, that's we don't have to do that. All right, I think we'll good. We'll wrap the section. This is good, man. If I have to do the same thing with some other project, no, I have to take care of a lot of things, and code would be a lot of ugly.
You mean it's simple to reason about in
Yep.
this. So when
I
something goes
know.
wrong, you
Yes.
we go to the place where
Exactly. Nice. Nice. Okay. Okay, man. Thanks. Bye.
yeah. Right.
Thanks for joining. Bye.